Have you fallen down the cottage industry rabbit hole yet? Well, if not, buckle up, Alice, and click on over to the description in the show notes and sign up. Then you can get ready for the most fun induction into the cult of all things yarn and fiber. This will include, but not limited to, free yarn, free ebooks, patterns, coupons, and much more. You don't want to miss out.
You are listening to Crime, Coffee, and Crafts, a podcast featuring two crafty besties who love true crime and a good cup of joe.
Welcome to Spooky Tales Volume 4 for all lovers of macabre. We're your hosts, Kristen and
Heidi.
So let's get down to it.
Word
to your mother. Mother bird.
Word up.
But first, we have a coffee recipe, correct?
Oh, yes. Coffee recipe.
So I have my coffee, and I did a little vegan butter.
Yes.
Brown sugar and salt to make a salted caramel coffee.
That's dairy-free.
It's dairy-free.
Because it's vegan butter. Now, for anybody who's not vegan,
use regular butter.
It gets the point across. It really does get the point across. It's
really good.
Caramely kind of.
Yeah.
Basically, caramel is lots of butter, so it takes a lot of butter. So yeah, just use Kerrygold butter. If you want to add milk, you can, but you don't have to.
I did not add milk.
Yeah,
I just have my butter, my salt, and my brown sugar.
Now, if you want to use. If you need it to be sugar-free, you can use Lakanto monk fruit golden.
Oh, is that
a brown sugar substitute?
Brown sugar substitute.
Nice. But yeah, that's basically a bulletproof coffee, the actual bulletproof coffee.
Yeah. So. Well, it's a delicious salted caramel coffee for the lover of salted caramel.
Yes, that's why I did it. For that, and then I would put it in the blender.
Yeah, I don't.
She has no need for one until right this second.
Right.
So, I mean, you've made it this far in life without needing one.
I mean, yeah, I just don't use one. My mom probably has.
She probably has one.
Yeah. No. Anyways,
yes.
Are we ready for Spooky Tales Volume 4?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, boy.
Ready.
So, the Gurdon Light.
Never heard of it. I'm excited.
I think that not many people have. Because it popped up and I was like, ooh, what is this thing?
Yeah, you hadn't even heard of it. That's awesome.
Yeah. So the town of Gurdon, it's spelled Gurdon, is about 85 miles south of Little Rock, Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
It was founded in 1880 and is one of many timber towns, like lumber, found along the railroad system. I'm going to talk a little bit about the town before I get into the tale.
Because you got to have the history behind stuff.
Yeah. And then this town has some funny history. So Gurdon is famous for its role as the founding place of the International Consecrated Order of the Hoo-Hoo.
Oh, God. What the fuck?
Or no, concatenated. Sorry. International Concatenated Order of the Hoo-Hoo.
What the fuck is that?
It is the oldest industrial fraternal organization in the nation. This fraternity was founded in 1892 as a joke by some lumber industry workers stranded in this town of Girton. And they were stranded there because of rainstorms and bad weather. So they created this social organization and even made up officer designations like the Grand Snark of the Universe.
Oh, I want to be friends with them. The Grand Snark of the, oh my God, what a good title.
Right?
I should put that on my business card.
We are a bit snarky. Weirdly enough, the joke turned into a worldwide social organization and has branches of the fraternity everywhere.
That's incredible.
In 1970, the international headquarters were located in Boston, Massachusetts, but in 1981, they moved it to Girton and dedicated a museum that same year. So they have a International Concatenated Order of the Hoo-Hoo.
Museum.
Yes, and it's a museum. So Girton is the international headquarters, which is fitting because that's where it originated.
Right.
And they restored a log house on Main Street and a monument commemorating the Hoo-Hoos in the shape of a number 9.
I've never even heard of this town, and it's got an international museum of anything.
Right?
It's crazy.
The monument was actually added to the National Register of Historic Places in 1999.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it gives visitors a history of the fraternity and the people who served in the fraternity.
That's awesome.
So, but the Hoo-Hoos aren't why we are here. But it is quite an interesting history. And I think that that should be one of our go-to places, by the way.
I think I definitely agree on that.
Yeah. So why we are here for our spooky tale is that the town is well known as being the home of an unexplained light. This is called the Girton Light. In the 1930s, local legend states that a strange, mysterious light was first seen floating above the railroad tracks.
Huh.
So when I first read about this phenomenon, I immediately thought aliens.
Of course.
But the light appears and disappears in all types of weather. There's many theories, but nothing has been proven to explain the source of the light. And the light has been caught on film, both video and photograph. So the mystery isn't about if it exists,
holy shit,
but rather what the light is.
Yeah, what is it?
What is this light? Also, the light cannot be seen from the highway. You have to actually walk to it.
Okay.
And the light is said to be an eerie, ominous, white-blue light, which appears orangey at times.
Like fire.
Almost. The light seems to sway back and forth and moves around the horizon.
Interesting.
Apparently, the light is seen on the darkest nights and best when overcast or cloudy. One theory is that the swamp gases are creating the light. Another theory is that the pressure from quartz crystal underneath the town produces electricity and is causing the light.
I wonder.
They call this the piezoelectric effect, because once the crystals are squeezed hard enough,
right,
they develop a charge and put off a spark.
Huh.
But most believed a simple idea that vehicle lights on the highway are reflecting through the trees. But historians disagree, since the light has been talked about and written about since before a highway even existed.
Yeah.
Or before it was even a thought. Like,
right.
The light has been there.
Wild.
Scientists also concluded it can't be from vehicle lights on the highway. So, the theory that stands out to me is a possible poltergeist.
That's kind of what I would think.
Right? Because in December 1931, a man by the name of William McLean was a railroad foreman. And legend says that he fired one of his employees named Lewis McBride.
Oh.
He fired him for causing a freight train to derail by sabotaging a section of the railroad.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Terrible human being right there.
Right. Now, these railroads were mostly used for consumer goods.
Right.
So there weren't really people on them, but
still, I mean, the wreckage of that could kill a lot of people just derailing.
Yeah. And we're not sure why or how William came to that belief, but there's no real evidence that Lewis did what he did.
Mm-hmm.
But for firing him, Lewis beat and killed William with a railroad spike and shovel.
Bro. Get over it.
Yes. William's wife went to the police and reported him missing, so they went out to search. They came across Lewis, he was still working the railroad, and brought him in for questioning because he was one of his employees.
Mm-hmm.
It was there that Lewis confessed to his crime and then brought them to where he left William's body. William's body was found next to the railroad tracks along with the weapons used to murder him.
Oh, wow.
But the marshal said it looked as though William hadn't died right away, and there was a trail that appeared like he was crawling towards help.
Oh my God.
So the most interesting part about this, though, is that clutched in his hand was his lantern.
Oh my God. He's a lantern. That would make sense because that's the movement.
Sway.
They do sway.
Back and forth.
Wow.
Oh, I got chills.
Yeah, that's so fucking creepy.
Yeah, I got chills. Ew. Lewis was found guilty of the murder and sentenced to death by electrocution. He was executed in the electric chair on July 8th, 1932 in the Little Rock Penitentiary. Yes.
You got it.
I can word.
She can word. Words are hard.
Words are hard, y'all. Not long after the murder, the first sighting of the Gurdon light appeared.
Oh, he didn't waste any time haunting this place.
Nope. Many believe the glowing light is William's ghost haunting the railroad tracks, carrying his lantern to light his way. One of the first sightings was by a train conductor named John. He said he saw the light on the caboose of the train, and it appeared to follow the train for over a minute and then shot into the local cemetery. So It was following the train and then went choo-choo.
That's awesome.
Yeah. He said, shut off. I got distracted by my shooting off.
It's okay.
Since this sighting, thousands upon thousands of people have gone looking for the light in hopes of actually seeing it, and they usually try and go during October and close to Halloween.
Oh, all right.
Yep. Several folks have claimed to say that the light flashes slowly floats about 1 to 3 feet above their heads, and then veers off and disappears.
Oh my gosh. Okay, if I saw that, I would flip out.
Right?
Completely lose my shit. Because I'm not open to those things normally. So.
Yeah. To this day, there is no real explanation for the source of light, but I believe in the ghost of William McLean.
I agree. I agree 100%. That's his lantern.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think he can't move on, and he's
stuck there.
He's stuck, and he just lives his days walking the railroads with his lamp, with his lantern.
I wonder if Bagel Bites has been there yet, Zach Bagans.
Oh, right.
I wonder if he's gone there and like tried to release this guy from his haunting spot.
If he hasn't, maybe he should.
I know. Now I have to look for it.
Yeah, Unsolved Mysteries did do a story and a show on the phenomenon in October 1994. They went in October, and it aired on December 16th, 1994.
Okay.
So we can probably find the episode.
I totally want to look that up. That's awesome. I want to start watching the old Unsolved Mysteries. They were good.
They were.
Yeah.
Maybe some of them have been solved since.
Oh, I'm sure they have.
Yeah. But so that's our mysterious garden light. I find that the town sounds just interesting.
Yeah. I wonder how big it is. I wonder what the population is, because I've seriously never even heard of the town.
It's small, and I forget.
Yeah.
I forget what it is, but the International Concoctinated Order of the Hoo-Hoo is probably something worth looking at. And going to find the garden light would be a good idea too.
Okay, but what if we find members of that fraternity and get them to talk to us?
That would be pretty cool.
It's so fucking funny.
Put it on our to-dos.
Yes, to-do list. I love it.
Find the hoo-hoos.
Oh my gosh. All right. Is that all we've got?
That's all I got.
All right. Word up.
Spooky Tales, Volume 4, Garden Light.
Yes. All right, guys. Till next time. Ta-ta.
For now.
Thanks for listening to Crime, Coffee, and Crafts. If you love our podcast, please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. This helps us more than you know. If you really love us and want to support us, go to our website at www.crimecoffeeandcrafts.com. From there, you can join our Patreon, shop our merch, and find us on social media.